Hello, Hippocat. So, we are France again, or generic fantasy Europe, or whatever you want to count us as. Last time I did say that I would possibly replay some of the stuff that we did on stream and do things better, and I did, I think, immediately after the stream ended almost. So now, I have got a bit more money, as you can see here. I spent a lot of money upgrading my shit, but I sold a lot of my shit as well. So now I have some money. I sold a lot of like weak grade runestones, hoping I won't need them. I now have, well, not here, apparently. I must have put it in a stash, but I've got that other Super Viper sword level 40 that I missed in Gunter Odim's hellscape. Apparently it was in just some cave, not in that other cave where all the treasure was. The sword was literally sticking out of stone. Interestingly enough, the other sword I will have to make via a diagram, but that sword was just like there. From this dream hellscape you got it. And also I upgraded, I think, literally everything I own. Again, everything is in my stash, so I can't really check. But a lot of my stuff, if not everything, I'm pretty sure I have finished upgrading to Master Crafted. All the swords, all the horrible like alloys that I had to make. A bunch of other stuff, but I did all that off camera because it was tedious as hell to stream. And now I'm ready. I'm not ready for Supermaster, Grandmaster rune stuff because I need like 7,000 more. I'm hoping to loot a whole lot of stuff in France, honestly. And I will need some things. I have no idea what type of resources will be required for Grandmaster Witcher gear, but at least we are now, if not money-wise, equipment-wise, ready for that. But I think I looted all the bandits in that one encounter where these guys, or I guess one of them, the other one left. These two guys who invited me to France in the first place, they helped me fight off, or I helped them fight off a bunch of bandits where they were camping. And I actually managed to loot them by running far enough away so that Geralt would get out of combat and whatnot. And there was nothing good on them, even on that like Zorg dude or whatever his name was. I think it was literally Zorg. But yeah, apart from that, last time, ooh, I didn't even consider looting this dude. Apparently he has a lot of stuff on him. So we arrived to France, killed this giant whose name I guess I can probably check if I check my trophy. Oh no, it's probably in my trophies, but not on my horse. Arcas, what the hell is this? I'm not even sure. I think that's the one I like bought from somewhere. Maybe from somewhere, whatever. Goliath, there we go, that's his name. The dudes told me there was a rumor that he was a knight who got cursed by someone and transformed into this. Also, I figured out, remember that statuette that we bought at the auction house? That
Yeah.
we apparently was something inside. Literally all you have to do to break it is go to any blacksmith and dismantle it. I didn't do it, but I saw that it's possible. So the first blacksmith we see, we'll dismantle it. I think they're like, it shows you what resources you get. I don't remember, but I think there was like a letter and a key in there, like classic, but something that seemed useful at the very least. So we might have a reason to go back to Velen, etc. to find some treasure or something. Also, before we
Man,
move
that's
on...
kind of really weird that the game expects you to dismantle a quest item like that.
Well, it did say that, you know, the things inside it, you need to break it. And technically dismantle is
You'd
only...
think there would be like some dialogue option or whatever for that.
Yeah, dialogue option, or I don't know if... I don't remember if there's quest items that we just use. I guess there's books, and there are potions that you consume and whatnot. But all the quest items you like equip, or just have, or put in this here. I guess they just figured it was simpler to make it dismantleable than to make it some like weird event where it's the only quest item in the game that you use it gives you other items. Which you think would be easy to do, but you never know with these games. Like, I was kind of shocked to learn recently that, you know that game Anthem that sucks?
Well, I've
And
heard about it, but I don't really know what it's all about.
well,
Is
and
it like Destiny or whatever?
yeah, kind of like that, but worse, even worse. Apparently, like the developers were blaming a lot on the engine, which I don't remember was like Frostbite or something. It was used to make Battlefield games, I think, or I might be completely off here. But basically, the game engine, you know, maybe it's just me, but I'm used to thinking in game engine is like mostly a rendering and graphics engine and some other technical stuff. But you don't think about it, at least I don't think about it, but game engines have a lot of built-in shit. Even, it's like you license an engine or you reuse your own engine, and it's still kind of like making a mod almost, because a lot of stuff is just kind of hard-coded. You have to, I mean, obviously you have source code, but it's all kind of like, you know, interwoven, and it's usually people don't start like completely reprogramming everything. And apparently they were having real issues just putting basic like game mechanics into Anthem that were not native to the other games on the engine before, which was really weird to think about. But then, you know, like you get into those like Bethesda oh shit, dialogue, oh no, not dialogue, Bethesda Elder Scrolls engines, and you realize, yeah, it's not just about the graphics, it's about like literally all the pieces of how a game, because I'm used to thinking like, okay, you know, physics engine is completely separate, you can connect like Havoc, you can connect something else probably, audio engine, I don't even know if that's a thing. And what else is there? Like game mechanics, character movement, that stuff you just program easily. And I always thought that game engines are just like, you know, graphics and render. But if you look into it, there's so much more to it. I don't remember
Well,
what I was talking
audio
about.
engine is probably kind of a thing.
Oh yeah,
Because
probably
you
just
need,
some
like 3D sound
basic
and like
libraries.
Doppler effect and shit and echoes and all that garbage.
Yeah, I guess it's all engine type. I don't know how it works, I'll honestly tell you. I thought it would be just like you connect some libraries and it just shit works, but I have no idea. Like Unity and Dark Basic are the closest I've ever come to game development, and that's pretty basic. And so yeah, I guess that was mostly because, you know, maybe it isn't actually that simple to program a quest item that you use and it gives you other quest items or just items. I don't know. Anyway, let's follow this dude.
Guillaume is his kid.
Guillermo is... ah, there you go. Mutations. Oh yeah, there's some other shit in this area. Now you can undergo additional Witcher mutations to unlock new capabilities. Soon you will run into a message who will deliver very interesting... Okay, I'm gonna skip the tutorial message because obviously it's gonna get explained to me as we see it. Yeah, Guillermo, I think, was the guy who was attempting to slay the giant. Now he's talking about him. I also don't have... I actually didn't download the music from this expansion with the soundtrack when I downloaded the Witcher 3 soundtrack, so I pretty much no familiarity with the music in this one. It's gonna be interesting just hearing new music in this game.
Works hard on the nerves, eh? That's why you're so great.
Yeah, literally. And I sent someone, I think I was actually Touchdown, yeah. Touchdown and I had been throwing back and forth some Doom World messages, though he had disappeared for like 2 years since, because of issues in life and stuff. But when we were actively talking, we sent each other like music and soundtracks.
The way you knights talk, especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and, well, near normal.
Knights errant, in the service of her gracious magnificence. When we appear in her name or speak on her behalf, we are bound by tradition.
Not so fast, Roach.
But yeah, I sent him the Witcher soundtrack, just check this out. And most of his favorite, he named some of his favorite songs, most of them were from this Blood and Wine. So it's kind of interesting, I haven't listened to any of it. The Cockatrice Inn. We did need... there was... the monster that we were sent here to kill in the first place. I think while we were arriving and hunting that giant, monster killed someone else and the body turned up like floating down the river. And so at this inn they're investigating, or they're just setting up here to investigate, or close by the inn. And we're going here to see for ourselves. That's how much I remember, at least. So we're gonna go probably down there and investigate the newly found corpse.
Go, go.
Man, this is some proper fucking dense forestry here. Even though the whole land doesn't look like it
Hey
have
there.
forests like the
No
old
one
one.
here. They must have removed the body already.
Let's look around. Make sure they didn't miss anything.
I wonder if I get this fancy ass golden horse armor. Well, I'm gonna quick save and see what I can find.
$30 horse armor DLC.
Eh. What was it? I forgot. Ah, I've been reading the forum thread about that Soviet Fallout RPG, like Atom RPG, right? And they have been. I'm now at the era where they released like a month ago and are making first little addition and expansions and all free. And people are like, dudes, your game is too good. Stop giving us the expansions for free. Start selling them. And they're like, nah, we don't want to sell the DLC. We feel these DLCs are too small. We're making them free for now. And then someone said like, okay, give us free horse armor, but make a DLC for an actual horse. That will definitely hook people. Okay, well, there's a bunch of rat shit here.
Hobnailed boots, multiple sets of prints. Ducal guard, clearly. Let's see where they went.
Ducal. I'm used to that word being associated with ducal water or something like that.
Walked along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank.
Oh, there's a lot of destruction. I guess this looks like, if a body washed up here, this looks like just a bend in the river where a lot of trash washes up. And of course, drowner sounds.
Got guests. Careful.
Only it's not even drowners, it's scurvers. Interesting looking. But there's all this water around, or I would throw my firebomb. Actually, maybe the firebomb will set the water on fire anyway. Where is my... Ah, yeah. Maybe it has oil or something in it.
Smoke on the water.
Okay, I can't let him steal my kills. Oh no, these fuckers explode. They are these guys. Not even drowners. Geralt, come on. Attack this guy. Yes, yes. Okay, enough. And now it gives me the entry. And for some
What
reason...
does curve even we mean?
Scurvy, I don't know.
Blood. Let's keep looking.
Let's read about them.
Scurvers. That kind of makes you think that scurve is a verb, actually.
To scurve or not to scurve? Let's see. Bestiary. Probably. Really? Oh, OBS is saying it's red. Yeah, briefly. It's time to reconnect, hopefully, here.